everybody, to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield on play action. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Throwing, Mayfield. Going up top. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A little juke. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now Saquon Barkley. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of a carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go. They'd love to hang a second one right here, right now. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now Jones. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the Giants' 42-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretcher right there turned it into a really nice game. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Myles Garrett tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Play fake. Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Stanley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. Finding room to the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action. Mayfield fighting to stay upright. To the goal line, but good. It's incomplete. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the numbers on the next-gen stats tells us the story. He tacked on better than 40 yards after that initial contact. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He is out of bounds inside the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw, fighting him off, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A run for Nick Chubb. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Mayfield off the play fake. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge is a successful one. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Handoff comes to Chubb. Trucks over him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 31, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kadarius Toney, 61 yards. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
First down, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Jones now on 1st and 10.
Open man right side is Tony.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 4. On the option right, it's Jones.
Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Chubb on the read option, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A give. This is Chubb. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Ray. Nifty move. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the carry, it's Chubb. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable. Yeah,
they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Muscles him off. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Oh, nice move. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the 36, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Running right through him. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Dances by at the 20. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll swing this out to Tony. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. What a spin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Out to his left. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have taken the lead. game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Completes to Njoku. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 4 late, gotta go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Giants, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first two home games. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they will fall to 1-1, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week.